Hey collectors, back again, yeah, back again. Look, it's been crazy in the what's coming out in the pre-order world, but Jesus, like I said before in the video, it's probably a bit out of my realm in the Hot Toys world, so I'm sort of getting a few more things together and probably have to sort of drop down to a level where I can sort of still collect but without having to sell things or box things up and put them away. I don't want to do that. I want to display my stuff, I want to see my stuff, so it's very hard to work out whether you want to keep collecting or you just break it down a bit to where you can accept it. I'm probably thinking more like NECA now, like smaller figures that still relates to my figures that I have in 1/6 world. It's like going to the Spider-Verse, you know, it's Marvel Spider-Verse. It's just there's so many different branches where you can go and collect. And look, by all means, look, I do Barbie Mattel. Why not? If I can do it and it's affordable and it's sellable, do it. But but getting back to what I'm here, what's been talked about is these beautiful Hot Toys MoonKnight series, brilliant boxings display here. Love the is this this is the chest. This is like the main chest piece, isn't it, from the MoonKnight figure, and this turns around or something, doesn't it, in the show? I'm not too sure exactly. Can't remember what the meaning of this was before, but this looks like the basically the chest piece for the MoonKnight character. So yeah, let's roll this around. Yeah, man, the way they boxed this up in the presentation was pretty phenomenal. Like I just see the hands, you clearly see the body. I always like to get the weight feels, because when you get a light box, you just don't feel like you're getting your money's worth. And this one was fairly sturdy, so I'm looking forward to getting this out. Hopefully, it's not a figure like Captain America, if you know what I mean. We can move the body around a bit and yeah, suss it out. Let's do it. Straight up, awesome looking figure. I've had a bit of a suss out with the whole thing, and the body's a lot better than the Captain America, let's put it that way. There is slightly areas that he cannot pose very well, but overall presentation, I reckon it's absolutely amazing. So just going to quickly go over the figure right now and just sort of soothe a possible buyer's potential of getting this too. Personally, I think the overall design of the body was really good. I'm going to zoom back a bit here. What I mean is what the Hot Toys have done is in the cape area is just they've added a slightly thicker wiring than they usually do, and they've done like a two-tier or two-layer wiring system. One that joins up to the main shoulder, but then it spans out, so it gives you the ability to fan with assistance with two wires to get you that ultimate, because one wire doesn't have a lot of figures coming out with just one wire, and it didn't have that support. So now you've got that support of a second wire to give you that overall posability, and that's what I really like about the cape itself. So as far as the cape and the two layers of cloth, Really impressed with the design. I love the print on the design. I love the feel of it. I love the length. I love the weathering. So pretty much would have liked that sort of material on top, but they've gone with that the mold sort of effect, which I understand, but it would have been nice to have that material stuck onto here. It would have been a lot more expensive, probably in art sort of thing, to do that, yeah, to follow through with all the mold parts. Or if they're going to do this, they probably should have matched the colouring of the cape to the hood and so forth, because I'm getting sort of more of a grey effect, but then a very light grey effect. So that's the thing that sort of, you know, it's a bit of a put off, but other than that, front's on and back on. Look at that. That's just alone, that alone is pretty impressive. So your choice of posing can go anywhere when you add the effects of the cape. Right, getting back to the head. Look, I think you install some lights in here. I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to use the lights basically, and but there is added batteries to the figure itself, so you can add them in if you like. I do believe it looks pretty good from other videos I've seen. Look, I quickly went over the areas that I thought were a bit stiff, and the stiffness in the ratcheting of the figure itself was sort of average. Look, you can do it, but how long's the ratchet system going to last? I know what the ratchet system's like inside, and when those cogs go, they go. There's no way you can pose it after that. In the, what do you call it, the double jointed arm, it's great. The wrist is crap. The crunchability is crap. This is very Captain America. And twists, well, you can probably get a 5% twist to 10% twist maybe, if you want to sort of wriggle around and try to manipulate it. You got the sort of the double, well, it doesn't really bend up 100% to the in the double jointed leg department, so, but yeah, ankle very bad. So I how would I class this? I like to put my feet angle the feet so they're flat on the base, but with that you're not able to, so you're going to have to turn the feet out somewhat to get it flat on the base. So that's optional for the person displaying. But yeah, crunching back's not too bad, but crunching forward is just very average. And with all this gear on, do you really want to do it? So, but artistically, the look is amazing. The fine detail in the writing of the inscriptions in the leg there, the Egyptian sort of inscriptions on the leg there, is freaking crazy. And just the gold in the background to add to the suit's effect is freaking crazy as well. So museum pose basically for me, apart from the cape, you know, and this beautiful backdrop. Look, this is what you got for a good price. If you're getting a rooted hair Wonder Woman now, and you ask them for something like this, well, prepare your wallet. So I'm just going to lay this one down here. I'm actually collecting the comics as well. I didn't have them before, but I'm basically want to have the figures to match my comic collection, so I'm getting there. I don't have a Spider Wonder Woman. Spider Woman, but hopefully soon. Yeah, Moon Knight this is number 5. Completely, the look of the Moon Knight is completely different. It's like It's just, he's just more of a smooth sort of line character, ghostly sort of character, I suppose you'd say. But yeah, but the series completely different to the comic as far as I'm concerned. So what do you get? Like I said, with the ankle, just feet out is probably the best option of getting the feet flat on the base. But here's the base, beautiful base. It's got the crest and all the patterning there, the Marvel Studios series. MoonKnight at the front, lovely crest at the back there. Love that feature, absolutely love that. It's going to go great in my Marvel collection. See what you get with this beautiful base and the crest. Yeah, of course you get the clamp. Clamp, you probably want to be careful. I mean, suppose I don't like using the clamps at all. I'm a groin support person, not a grabber. Spare wrist pegs. All these lovely crests from large to medium to small. I believe the small ones you can put into the fingers like a claw action, or you can do a larger version. You can probably use, yeah. So you got, actually you got two of the big ones, the handheld ones. These are 3 of the mediums and 3 of the smalls. I think all around these hands are amazing. You've got the options of using these crests between the fingers on some of these molds. You've got the open hands, semi-closed hands. Really nice touch. Love the hands. And of course just batteries. It's a very simple unboxing really, which I thoroughly enjoy. So it's a really big, massive base, which you really need to have for the high-end action posing person, if you know what I mean, to support the figure while it's in the air. But the grabber for me is just the way it looks just in the museum pose, and the capability of posing the cape is, you can go anywhere with it. You can really sort of snazz it up to its full potential. Hot Toys, it's a pretty good museum style figure. I'm glad to have this in my collection. It is going to be, I'm going to quickly do a pose now. Probably do with some of the crests in his fingers, and I don't know, I'll work out something, show you that, and then call it quits for my video. Lovely. Wow, I had a ball with this cape. You can just do so much with it. Honestly, that's the highlight. As crazy as it sounds, is the cape. Don't get me wrong, the figure itself, presentation wise, is great. As long as you do the feet out, you can't roll the ankles at all. Really, yeah, the colour mismatch, it's not a bad thing. But there's a lot of different greys and in throughout the whole figure, so as long as you can accept that for what it is, that's fine. The big crest, I probably wanted to say, I haven't got that in the camera very well, but I'll just quickly take it off. It's a very light foam, which is probably a good thing for a backdrop. If anything, if you wanted to use this for more of a base thing, or something, you can probably do a cast on this one, and a resin cast, and paint it, and it'll be that sort of solid, have that solid effect for it. Be a good prop. So you've got, at least you've got the a blueprint of a potential cast. Yeah. So really happy. Not a lot of accessories, which is great. It's more of a display sort of, which is really good. Your base, your backdrop, weapons, a few weapons, and a nice display of hand pieces that you can use. Hobby, so yeah, really can get it from anywhere. But yeah, I do like to stick to the companies that I buy from that have not mucked me about it or let me down. So a shout out to them, I suppose. Oh yes, a shout out to live streaming group, FabsFigures. Love that show. Down to earth dude, says what he thinks. Also has a couple of other guys. Mike Murdoch, I like watching him as well. He's a good debater. He doesn't mind arguing with Fabs. And who's the other guy? Cobra's Collection. Yeah, I love that dude. He doesn't collect, but well, he does, but he doesn't. It's about affordability with Cobra's Collection, so that's a great show. If you get a chance to watch FabsFigures, jump on there and comment, because I'm sure it'd be good to get a few extra people watching the show. Yeah, back to MoonKnight. Wow, that's a winner for me. I'd have to give this a really good score of 8.5. Yeah, that's a definitely an 8.5, bordering towards 9. The only thing that dropped, let it down, was the mixed match of colours. I'm not sure if it's accurate to the series. The very poor ankle rolling system and the very poor crunching. So all things that can be worked on. But the joints seem to be fine to me. The posing of the head seems to be fine to me. The look of the head is fine. Love the cape. Cape is everything. So if you're on the fence line about getting this one, as a Hot Toys collector, that's very picky, I would definitely want to have this one in my collection. If you're a Marvel fan, get this one in your collection. It's a bit of a killer. That's it for me. Hope you like my little video and my comments. Test just one out. Catch ya. Beautiful.